Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We have some team event things coming up, and I wanted to go over those really quickly before we jump into good stuff. So if you haven't seen our team calendar for July, it's out on the team page. And Wednesday this week is like the end for a lot of things or new beginnings. So don't forget about Wednesday. Holiday Wednesday ends our reset discount that's going on corporate wide. And so make sure you're sharing about that. Also, if you're participating in our team samples event, that's coming up. Wednesday is kind of the last day for you to get those sample packets in the mail to your customers. So keep an eye on that date and make sure you're getting those shipped out and you're sharing about it. I'm going to go in my stories here in a little bit and talk about it on mine. Maybe even throughout the holidays tomorrow, I'll be mentioning what you're like packing in your bag for the 4th and how you're going to keep up with your energy and your health and all the things. So that's a really good like way to share. And Wednesday starts our power half hours. And this is not just if you're going for the cruise, maybe you're not going for the cruise, maybe you are, but this is going to really help anyone in your business grow. And we're just after one action point each power half hour. It's not going to be this long thing with lots of activities. It's going to be one focus and we're just going to do it. When you're done, you can hop off, you can keep working, doesn't matter. It's just going to be a way to jump on and have one action step, crank out a lot of work, feel really good about it, and hop off and feel like you just got a lot done in a small amount of time. So that's the focus. Starts Wednesday. It's going to be at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. So that's 1:30 Eastern. Pretty sure. Yes, 1:30 Eastern Time. So wherever you fit in that category, set your alarms. And it's not just going to be Wednesday. We're going to try to do that weekdays for a while, if not the rest of the month. We're really just going to try to do that in a really good rhythm to get everybody just joining in together and working together and not feel like you're getting stuck or you're behind. Like it's just more fun to do that with friends. So we're starting that Wednesday. And then I believe that's about it for the announcements. Yep, samples chat. Prep your list for that. Joanna made a video yesterday. Make sure you're prepping your list because we're going to be going on activities that will help if you already have those lists prepared before then. It'll really help you get a lot more done. So if you haven't had a chance to do that tonight, tomorrow, it won't take that long and you'll be really happy you did because then you'll just have the whole list to look at and you'll be able to just get a lot more out of the power hours than you would if you had to create a list during that. So, okay, so we're going to hop in. We're so excited to have both Rebecca and LeeAnn on here tonight to share with us their tips on doing local in-person events. These are so huge. They were mentioned at convention. Several people who are doing them that are having really good results. They're growing their local team. It's creating momentum. They're seeing growth, and it's just really exciting. I know that is my goal. Living in a new place is just to get my fingers out there and build a new community out here. So I am so excited to learn all the tips, and I'm just going to open it up. You ladies just share however you like, and then when you're finished, we're going to open it up for some questions if that's okay, and then we will wrap up our call. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. Feel free to unmute, and LeeAnn, you guys can take it away.
Okay, so I'm going to start because I am going to start talking about the preparation, and then Rebecca's going to kind of talk about the actual event. So we're going to kind of split it that way. Joanna, do you want me to share my screen, or you just want to put it up for me, my graphic, whichever is easier? Can I? Okay, I'm going to try. I've not ever done this on my iPad before, so we'll see what happens. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to Canva, and okay, can you guys see it? I had a thumbs up or something. Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. So we are definitely not professionals at this. We just kind of started, in the past year, we've done or 6 months, really, we've done a few of them. But one of the biggest things is preparation. That is like the biggest thing. You have to prepare. And one of the things that we learned with our first one was, again, just planning ahead of time. You need to know, obviously, your date, your time, your venue, your theme, your budget, your giveaways, what deal you're going to offer if you're going to have food. But you can have as big or as little of an event as you want. I know one of our teammates, Brandy, she does Walk With Me Wednesdays. And she had, I don't know how many ladies she has that come walk with her, but she's had, I think, 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 at one time. So it can be just a small event like that. It could be going to coffee, or you can actually have a venue, which is what we have done a couple times. Well, we don't have a venue, we sit at the house, but a place where we have it. But you can go as big or small as you want. Now, my father was a pastor, so we always did things huge. So I can't do anything small. So Rebecca knows that, we start planning and we have this huge, we start little and then gets bigger and bigger. But we actually are several, the ones that we've done, we did crafts with the ladies. We also did t-shirts, and I'll show you those at the end. Rebecca designs t-shirts for us and made those. And those are fun things you can do. Again, it all depends on budget, what you want to spend and how you want to, work with the people there. Another thing, as you're deciding and planning ahead, decide like, what are you going to have food? Our first one of our ladies actually brought some protein balls, which was really nice, made out of the lean. That was really good. And you can also do, I know at one of Jenna's events, she's our diamond that is in Port St. or not our diamond, Joanna's our diamond, but a diamond in Port St. Lucie. They mix drinks. Like they have the, I think it's actually called, is it called bubbly? I don't know what it's called, Rebecca. What was that little?
Yeah, it's just seltzer water.
Okay. Yeah.
Just seltzer water.
Okay. So they mix that like with some active, and it was really good. Just kind of different things to have. So you can decide what you're going to do, or if you're going to have sample drinks, things like that. One of the things they made there at Jenna's was fudge with the lean, and that was amazing. It was like really yummy. I don't know how healthy it was, but it was really good. You could also do popsicles, things like that with the hydrate or whatever, especially if you do it in the summer. So those are some things that you can do, but plan everything ahead. Know exactly when you're going to have it, where you're going to have it. Our first one we did at my house. The second one we did at my mom's house because it was a little bit bigger. And then we're also getting ready. We wanted to have a sip and see SEA and do it at the beach this summer. But because of some life things and some of our team and everything going on, we weren't able to do it. But we're hoping to plan that maybe in the fall sometime. Number 2, start posting early. This, I cannot stress enough. Our very first one, we did not do that. And so we ended up our first event, we only had one person. But we had a ball. We had so much fun, and we created FOMO. That was one of the things they taught us at convention, the in-person event thing was create FOMO. People were like, "Oh, that looks like so much fun," even though we only had one person, and it was me and Rebecca and Elena, and I guess. But we had created that FOMO. So the next event, we had a lot more people. But 4 or 5 weeks in advance, print up a graphic or design a graphic on Canva. If you need help with that, we can help you with that. I personally don't like to put the address on the one I'm posting online. That's totally up to you. I would suggest not doing that, just because, especially if it's at a private residence, do that, tell them that you will message them privately or ask for the address privately. And then you can also, but definitely 4 to 5 weeks in advance. Another thing you can do that, which we did not do, have not done yet, but I want to do, is an event link. You know how you can plan an event and make an event link. So that's something that you can also do as well ahead of time. Number 3, send personal invites. I cannot stress to you enough how important this is. How many of you have ever seen somebody online? They're like, "Oh, I'm having a Pampered Chef party, or I'm having a pharmacy party. If you want to come, comment below." How many people comment? Not many usually, unless that's something you're really looking for. So posting it is just going to get people aware. When you send them a personal invitation, whether it's Messenger or it's in a text, or we printed out, we actually have, my mom's church has a print shop, so they printed us out some invitations that Rebecca had designed, and we actually handed out invitations to some people as well. So those are some different things you can do. So you would have a graphic for posting. You would have one that you could send as a personal invite. You're personally invited, and then I do voice messages with those and say, "Hey, we'd love to have you come out, blah, blah, blah. We're going to have lots of fun, food, fellowship, whatever." And send those personal invites, because that makes a huge difference. Huge. That was one of the things they also said at convention as well. Okay. And then number 4, plan your program. And Rebecca's going to talk all about the program, so I'm not going to do that, but she's going to mention the minute to win it testimonies, and make sure you have exactly what you're going to do, because people don't want to stay there for hours and hours and hours. So make sure you know exactly, this is how we're doing it. We're starting on time. If you say 6 o'clock, start at 6 o'clock. If you say 2 o'clock, start at 2 o'clock, not at 2:05, not at 2:10, start right on time. So make sure you do that with your program. And then the most important thing is following up. Okay. We have done several in-person events, and then we also did a where we had them at the houses. And then we did a ladies meeting. We actually went to a ladies meeting and set up a table. And that one was a little bit different than an in-person event as far as having a party. Okay. But follow-up is important. One of the things that we do is we have an information card. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen if I can figure out how to get back to you guys. Stop share. Okay, there we go. All right. So one of the things we do is we have an information card. Okay. And this is what it looks. I bought these little clipboards from Amazon. They were super cheap. And we had several of these available for people. We had pens. And it says your name, your Facebook name, your email, and your phone number. I have taken Plexus in the past, but not now. I have never tried it before, but I'm interested in learning more. So you can come up with whatever you want. But one of the things we did learn at the event that we went to, where we set up a table, was we forgot to ask their email name. Their Facebook name. So we couldn't friend them on Facebook. So we learned that lesson the hard way. So yeah, definitely you want to know their Facebook name so that you can friend them. So have that for sure to show them or to have them fill out. And now, like at our event that we did at the ladies meeting, we did a giveaway. So we had tons of ladies fill these out. We didn't get any customers, but we still are following up. We can still follow up with those even now. And we may get some. Now our second event we had, that was on Super Saturday. No, not Super Saturday.
Yeah.
Momentum Meetup. There we go. Yeah. Was it Momentum Meetup?
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And we had, I think, 10 people total at that one. And one of them was our teammate, Maria, who I had already signed up. She signed up her daughter. They both just fast started Senior Silver last month. So just from that one event, we had got two Senior Silvers. Another lady, she's actually pregnant and they're buying a house, but as soon as they get all that situated, she's going to sign up as well. So we got several customers from that event already. And again, that may not sound like a lot, but from one event, and look at the progress that we made just from those two ladies that did sign. So that was kind of a really neat thing. So as far as the craft, again, that's something you can decide if you're a crafty person. We are crafty people. We like to do crafts. This was our first one that we did. And this was Rebecca's idea. It's a napkin. We ironed it on the wood. And then I don't know if you can see, there's like glitter and jewels. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this was kind of a neat little fun thing that we did. And then our first one was for the love of Plexus. So everybody, we asked them to wear pink. So this was our t-shirt that we had that Rebecca designed. And then our second one was be healthy. So we had this shirt, which is super cute. And then this was our craft that we did. So we got the little yellow flowers. I got these, I think, for like 89 cents or $1 at Walmart. And then we got the flowers super cheap. So it probably is about $4 maybe for this, which is a little bit of an investment. However, the people loved it. They loved doing that craft. It was something fun that we got to do together. Another thing just for decoration that we did, I bought these letters that say Plexus and they stand up. My husband made a little wood piece for them and we paint them the color of whatever our theme is. So obviously it was yellow. Betsy's like, I've never seen yellow Plexus letters. But we had them pink the first time. So just again, some little things. We gave away these little keychains the first time. These were like 30 cents, I think, maybe 35 cents after we did the vinyl. So those are just little things that we do. Like I said, you can do, active and hydrate colors. Yeah. You can do as big or as little as you want. We go all out. We're already planning a Christmas one, a big Christmas one we're wanting to plan. And my Spanish girls are going to do a Thanksgiving one. So they're planning a get together because they're going to be out of town at Christmas or around Christmas. So, and then we're hoping to get another one in there somewhere in the fall as well. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. But my goal as a leader, and I think our whole team, Rebecca as well, and LeeAnn and Maria and everybody else, we want to establish a community. And I feel like that's so, so important. And not only a community for health, but also for spiritual things, because not only do we want to help their health, we want to help them spiritually, emotionally. Maybe they just need a friend. And if that's all we do is help them as a friend, then we've succeeded. If we've helped them lead them to God or whatever, even if they don't ever buy the products. That's my heart. And I think God has blessed us because that, that is our desire. So that's all I think I have. And then I'll let Rebecca take over.
All right. So when we first, sorry if I'm talking loud. My husband informed me that I shout. I'm losing my hearing, and so I tend to talk louder than I should. And that just sounded really loud to me. What we usually do is, as people are coming in, we have somebody standing at the door, having them fill out those information cards so that we have something to follow up with later. Also, during that time, we didn't do this the first time, but the second time we had a photo op area where they could go and get pictures with little signs that had different sayings for plexus and stuff like that. So they were able to do that while we were kind of waiting for everybody to get there. And then we all came into the living room and sat down, and there's some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about we haven't done yet, because since we've done it, I was reading in my personal development book about a lady who talked about doing this. And so there are some things that we can hopefully do better at ours next time. So I'm adding a little bit, LeeAnn, to what we actually have done. But one thing is to go around and have everybody there introduce themselves. And I'm pretty sure we did that. We had them introduce themselves, say what they do for work, and maybe something exciting that's going on in their life, so that we can kind of get to know each other, because that's one thing, when we're building relationships, we're getting to know people. And so getting to know not just their name, but a little bit about them, make them feel like they belong. And then we went around, we waited till the end, LeeAnn, Elena, and myself. And then we gave a little bit about us and what brought us to Plexus and why we were doing it and why we are passionate about sharing these products with them. And also how you got to where you are today. Then the one thing that I had learned from this book was to do some more interaction. And this is kind of where the Minute to Win It game came in, where the one audience interaction thing that we did was they had 60 seconds, and we started with those that had already taken Plexus. They had 60 seconds to give their Plexus testimony. And if they were able to do it in 60 seconds, we gave them a sample or a little prize or something. We also included those that hadn't done it. And if they were able to tell us in 60 seconds why they want to start these products and what they think these products could do for them, they got a sample as well. So that was one way of incorporating both into our little game. But that's just one thing that the lady talked about in her book, was the audience interaction. Recognize your first time users, recognize those that haven't done it, and recognize your loyal customers, those that have been taking it for years or whatever. Then I think at this time we took a break and we went and did our craft. The first time we did our craft at the beginning, and then we started everything. So you can kind of just see where it's going to fit in your schedule, because this was Momentum Saturday and it was such a long, I think it was like over 2 hours. It was a really long one. We took a break and we did our craft and everything, and then we came back. Once we came back from the craft, we talked about Plexus and why Plexus is amazing and the different products that we have. We highlighted a couple. We didn't go through all of them. We picked our favorites. In fact, that is what we did, wasn't it? We picked our favorite products. So like Elena did the Reset, because that's something that she and her husband have had a lot of success with. And I did the Triplex, because that's the one that I use the most and I've had the most success with. And then I can't remember what LeeAnn did.
I think I did Ease, but I don't know if we had time for it, so I'm not sure if I did it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just highlighted a couple of the different products and how they've helped us personally. And then we talked about the different benefits. We talked about the opportunity. It was really exciting because we got to announce the cruise that day too, to kind of hopefully motivate people to sign. So that's some different things we did. We also had samples set out. So when we did we had snacks too. So during our snack time, we had samples of the different flavors of Plexus and the different flavors of Active. And I think we had a lemon hydrate, so they could taste the different things that we had to offer. One thing that I think LeeAnn did, I am not good at this, but this lady, Michelle, that I was reading about, it's called, I can't remember the name of the book. I think it's called Do It Anyway, Girl, or something like that. She strongly encourages writing up a guide for everything that you're going to say. While you're doing it, ask questions, get the audience to participate, walk through your products, look for problems to solve, kind of like what we already do anyway. We're looking for problems to solve. Ask them if they have if they struggle with anything. Does anybody struggle with fatigue? Does any, have them tell you, raise their hand and tell you, and then you can offer the products that would help that. And you can say, oh, this product has helped so many who deal with fatigue. Has anyone experienced any, XYZ? And then, oh, we have a product that has helped people. Has anyone experienced insomnia? Oh my goodness, we have this new product that is out. And I will tell you what, my daughter and my husband and myself love it. I still love it. My daughter has been struggling with insomnia for years, and we have gone to the doctor. We have done sleep studies. We have done so much, and we finally found something that is helping her to, it's not perfect, but she's getting better sleep at night. So that's just, using personal testimonies and how the products have helped. And then printing out testimonies to go along with certain issues. If you have invited somebody that struggles with or has diabetes, print out a testimony on diabetes and have that posted somewhere. If you know somebody who struggles with weight loss, print out a weight loss testimony and have it posted somewhere. Now, we had each of our personal testimonies printed out and posted, but something that we could add to our next one is having different things that they struggle with posted as well. So that's all I have. And then what did we just kind of ended it, didn't we? I don't remember how we ended it.
Yeah, I think we just.
Oh, we did a drawing, didn't we? We did a raffle.
Right. Yeah, we did. We give away tickets, little tickets
when
to
they
everybody.
signed up. Yep, everybody got a ticket, and then we did a raffle at the end for some larger prizes, like a basket of several active or something like that.
Yeah. And again, it's just like I said at the beginning, you can go as big or as small as you want. You can give away little things. We did a nice big gift basket that had like a notebook and, a bunch of things. And then of course we had all the Momentum Meetup giveaways too, which was really nice for that. One other thing I forgot to mention was if you go, like we went to that ladies meeting and these are all strangers. So like somebody didn't personally invite them. How do you divide those up between your people? So I don't know how other people do it, but what we figured was the easiest way to do it. Now we didn't do it exactly this way, this one for various reasons, but is to just put our names in a hat and pick 1, 2, 3. Who had the first person, like if Rebecca's name was first, and whoever the first prospect that signed up would go to her. Whoever the second prospect would go to me, the third prospect or whoever. Just draw it out of a hat to be fair. Because otherwise, I know Rebecca had said at her last thing, well, you can explain that, Rebecca. Wasn't it unfair or something at your
so when I did Plexus before, I did tons of in-person events. I was at, I don't know, like festivals and not fairs, not like a big fair, but like craft fairs and stuff like that. I did tons of in-person events. And when I moved, and I did it all by myself, but when I moved back to Florida, I paired up with a lady who was not on my team, but we were selling Plexus together. And all we did was just divided the list in half and called people. And she got like 3 or 4 and none of my prospects signed up. So it was kind of like, it was a struggle because we didn't talk about how we were going to do that. And so it was just, oh, I'll take these. And she ended up with the 3 that were interested and I didn't. So in doing this, I that was my one concern doing it as a group because you didn't know, but yeah, we were able to come to this conclusion that we would just draw from a hat and the first prospect would go to so-and-so, the second prospect, and we would just continue that rotation through all the prospects.
Yeah. And you guys may find a different way, but that seemed the fairest to us anyway. So I think that's all I have. Rebecca, do you have anything else?
That's all I have. Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
they're a lot of fun.
I was just over here taking so many notes. said, was the book name that you kept referring to, was it the Do It Anyway Girl? Is that what you were saying? Was the name? Okay. And was she a Plexus lady or just a lady that encourages like events or something?
I think she was in Mary Kay because she talks about selling facial products and makeup and stuff like that. So I'm
just
thinking
like,
it was Mary Kay. But it's really good because she spent 5 years trying to get her business to work. And then it just finally her boyfriend's like, listen, either you do it or you don't. And so she gave herself 6 months and she took off. Like it was pretty amazing. Her testimony there. So, and I think her name's Michelle Cunningham.
All right. Does anyone have questions? You guys covered everything so well. Like I love talking to people. I love meeting up with people, but events scare me so bad because I'm not really a crafty person and I'm a great like second person. If someone's running something, I will be there to help you do all the details, but like running it and thinking it all through. But you guys have covered so many things. I feel so empowered. Like, thank you. Like when I get home from this, Joanna, we're doing this, like it's happening. But who else has any questions? If there was anything they didn't cover or you needed, Jan.
So I guess this is for Rebecca. Can you all hear me? I'm having trouble with my computer.
Yep.
Okay. So Rebecca, our team, we have a community yard sale this weekend, and the president of our neighborhood said that we can do a sip and see with it if we paid $5. So people are going to be coming. And you said you have done many of these. What is the different? I mean, what would you suggest in doing something like this? We were thought just setting up a table with, I thought of maybe doing some printouts, like maybe the chart first and then testimonies that are laminated. That way you could quickly scroll through because people will be coming for the yard sale and we're going to have the drinks set out already, like that they can sample. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
No, that sounds great. Having the laminated testimonies. I would even try to print out info cards, get info, see if anybody's interested, have them fill that out so that you have leads, you have contacts to follow up with. Did you say you were going to have samples of the drink out?
I thought of the pink drink, but I don't know, hearing you guys say you had a variety of different.
Well, for a yard sale, I'd keep it simple. When I was doing, well, we only had Plexus at the time, but I would only take the pink drink with me when I did samples. Another thing that depending on how much table space you have, maybe have the triplex set up so they can look at it. One thing that LeeAnn and I I learned this past week in signing my new business builder is that the people I've been talking to didn't realize that the triplex had 3 different products in it. So I go to sign them up and they're like, whoa, I just wanted the pink drink. And I'm like, well, but it all goes together. So have the 3 different samples, maybe have a reset box out. If you have an old reset box, depending on how much space you have, just to sit on a table, they can feel it, they can look at it. That would be great because you can show them, hey, the reset comes with everything you need and it lists everything out. I feel like if they can have their hands on stuff, I'm a handsy person. I hate online shopping. I have to touch things. So like if they can have it in their hand and they can look at it, a lot of people also like looking at labels. They can pick it up, they can see the label, they can see what's in it, they can see how to take it. I think that would be really beneficial depending on how much space you have. If you're using empty containers like I used to use, make sure you've put sand or something in them so they don't blow off the table.
Something Joanna mentioned, Jan, if you didn't see the comment, was to have them fill out info cards to get entered to win something. That would be so good because they're gonna, I mean, I know me, I go through like fairs, like local fairs, 4-H fairs, and I sign my life away on all those things trying to win free things. So I'll put my
that's a great.
Yeah, that's
and it doesn't have to be big. It can be like a stick of Plexus and a stick of Active. You know, it could be really simple giveaways.
Nice.
The other
Thanks,
thing
guys.
too, when you're doing your table, the other thing is make sure it looks classy because, and I know this may sound really ridiculous, but this is my pet peeve when you go to a craft fair and the tablecloth is all wrinkled. I hate that. There actually is a type of fabric you can buy at Joann's. It's not super expensive. That does not wrinkle. It does not fade. It's washable. It's like almost like a velvet. It's like a faux velvet. And those are amazing for tablecloths, but do not have a wrinkled tablecloth. And also heights. when you're doing your table, have like things underneath, like a box underneath that you can put something up high. And we save all our empty bottle, well, not all our empty bottles, some of our empty bottles to use, like she said, as, and I love the sand idea. That's a good idea.
I've lost many bottles
Or
to the
outside.
wind.
Loving all of this. Oh, go ahead, Joe. I can't hear you. Can anyone else?
Nope.
I don't know. She started the call off totally fine.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. How do you like wrap up your meeting as far as like your call to action? Like, do you offer like a sale, or you're like to close it out and do like call to action? I'm curious.
Yes, that's what we did. She was trying to figure out how, I couldn't remember how we did it, but we offered, that's the thing, you have to decide what deal you're gonna offer. You know, say are you gonna just offer it that night? Or are you gonna offer it, like I think we
I think we offered it for like 24 hours.
Yeah, 24 or 48 hours. And we said, whatever it was, you know, $20 off a welcome pack, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then you offer that. And then like at our last one, we just kind of talked to the people, and like, so Carmen signed up. She didn't sign up right then, but we were prepared if somebody wanted to sign up then, but she signed up later that evening. So, you know, it just depends. You kind of have to feel it out and see where your people are. But definitely, yes, call to action as far as offering a deal to them.
Love it. Anyone else before we wrap up? This has been so good. Thank you both so much. Like I said, I feel so empowered, and I'm just excited to do it. Okay, I don't want to drag this out. If there's no one else, we will have this recorded. Be looking for the link to share with your teams. This is something everyone needs to hear, and everyone needs to try it. We should have a team challenge to see how many events we can do before the end of the year. That would be so fun.
That would be.
That would be fun.
Good luck, Jan, on yours this weekend. We'll be praying it goes well. You'll have to share whatever you do, take pictures. And Rebecca and LeeAnn, you guys are amazing. Thank you for sharing all of your tips, and we're excited to see more from you all when you send your pictures. And something I thought of when Rebecca mentioned the photo booth was like, you could have a hashtag and have your friends have them post a picture, and you could for a winner, and they're posting like, I'm here at this event, and they have to post it on their social or something like that. I don't know.
Or I just had this idea. You could even do like during the party or the event, have them take like a selfie or a picture. And if they post it to their social media, like right then, they get like an entry into the prize or something, but they have to tag you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tag you, yes. Or
Yes.
take a picture with one of the people that shared their stories and be like, this is her story, and like she just shared it and whatever. So many ideas that my mind is like swirling, and it's so fun. So I'm excited for what this can do for our team, and excited for what it's already doing for your team. And we just really are thankful that you're willing to share that with everyone else. And we'll be praying over everyone as we all feel so empowered to go out and do this. So thank you all for hopping on tonight. Don't forget about Wednesday, our power hour start, and you guys have a wonderful 4th of July holidays tomorrow. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.